What's going on, guys? It's your boy Slayer here with the Imperfect podcast, episode 2. This is actually not supposed to be recorded for another week, but I just got caught up in my mind about some things about my past, about questions I had that I've been trying to find decent answers for, and everything like that. And the main thing that's been on my mind is, why do people cheat? Why cheat on your partner? Somebody that you claim that you love so much, claim that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And this isn't just about like boyfriend and girlfriend status. No, there's married people too. I mean, you said vows, you spoke vows that you truly meant, or at least that's what you were supposed to mean. Well, what's the purpose? Why cheat? I mean, I can literally pull up on here during the video and during this podcast the Google answer of why people cheat and everything. But let's really get down and it's the best way to put it. Let's get into what is cheating. Now, everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own mindsets and theories and this, that, and the third of what cheating is. And cheating can range from literally the simplest things for different people, in terms of literally just communicating the wrong way to somebody can be cheating. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, cheating does not start with sex. Sex is having sex with somebody who is not your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, your partner. If you're in a same-sex relationship, it doesn't matter. If you have sex with somebody, that's automatic cheating, right? We all can literally universally say sex with somebody who is not your partner is cheating, right? Okay. Good. That's a good start, right? But what else can be considered cheating? Well, of course, kissing somebody who is not your partner. In any way, shape, or form, you should not be kissing anybody other than your partner unless, in my opinion, unless it's two things. They are family in some shape, in some type of way, niece, nephews, young baby cousins, certain family members who you probably do kiss, give a little peck on the head or the cheek or whatever, because they're young, they're family or whatever, right? And I've seen that happen in my family and other people's families. And then you have your own children. I mean, there's a lot of moms and dads out there that give little pecks on the cheek or the forehead to their own kids. But you shouldn't be kissing anybody else outside of basically family or your own children, and that's still family. But what else can be considered cheating? Well, I mean, most people consider in this day and age, which I've realized, if you're talking to somebody, you could be friends with these people. You could have known them for 10 years. Man, you could be considered cheating on your partner because you're talking to the opposite sex, literally the opposite gender. You're talking to a female. You're talking to a male. You're friends with a female when you're dating somebody. You're friends with a male when you're dating somebody. That can be cheating, yeah. But the only way that can be cheating is it's based on the communication that's happening between those two people. No partner, no man or woman on this earth can tell somebody who they can be friends with. Society may say men and women cannot be friends. Steve Harvey can put out there men and women cannot be friends because the man is just waiting in the wings to have sex with the woman or have their chance with the woman. I've heard that. I've heard it all on TikTok. I've heard different people, not just Steve Harvey, saying, men and women can't be friends. That's actually, in my opinion, that's not true. Men and women can be friends. You just have to have self discipline and control. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't until um I got married did I have control. I used to look at women as, man, I always had that curiosity in my head of, I wonder what it would be like to be with them. And what I mean by be with them in terms of either relationship sometimes, and even I wonder how sex is with them sometimes. Because that's how I was. That's what was instilled in me from society. Sex was normal. Sex was just a regular thing that people desired and craved and wanted. And even in a relationship, I've always those thoughts would always come into my mind, even regardless. I was in love with my ex-wife, and I fell in love with her before we ever got married, of course. But those thoughts, those crazy wild thoughts still would pop into my head every single time I saw another woman on the street walking down the road, in the mall, movie theater, whatever. Those thoughts would pop up, and that's where temptation lies for cheating for most people. But what else is cheating? Well, the way I see it, there's a lot of things that could be cheating. Everybody has their own different opinions. Outside of sex, outside of a flirty communication with somebody that isn't your partner, kissing somebody else, of course. Any type of affection, in my opinion, that is given to anyone who isn't your partner outside of your family members, like legitimate blood relatives, whether they're nieces, nephews, cousins, and aunts, uncles, whatever. If they aren't if you don't fall into the family category and you're not the partner, you shouldn't be getting any type of affection from anybody else except literally those individuals. Meaning, you can be friends with whoever you want to be friends with, but you shouldn't be, by any means, you should not be flirting, be sexting, be nothing. No pet names with anybody if you are not a family member, or you're not the partner. Now, I'm guilty. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm guilty. I've come to the realization I tend to call a lot of women, mainly, hun or sweetie or sweets, one or the other. It's like one of those three things I'll call a woman regardless if I'm in a relationship, and regardless if that person is in a relationship. It's always to me, sweets, sweetie, hun. To me, they've always been just little friendly pet names. But in reality, you're flirting. I hate to admit it, but you're flirting regardless of how you really see it. And that's cheating in some way, shape, or form. Because in my eyes, it doesn't seem like it's cheating. It's not hurtful. I'm not doing anything, any lustful over that individual who's being called hun, sweetie, or sweets, or whatever. But that definitely can be cheating coming from somebody who's looking on the outside in. And yeah, that's something you got to be careful for. I mean, man, this is a topic that really does hit, because if you saw the first YouTube video, y'all definitely know that my ex-wife cheated on me with two different individuals, and it goes into more detail that I'll explain right now, to where the last guy she cheated on me with is the guy she left me for, but he's also the guy that she ended up getting pregnant by. And if you've heard it in the first video, I tried everything to stay with her even after finding out that she cheated, and I tried to stay with her even after I found out she was pregnant. I was willing to take on that baby as if it was my own blood baby just to stay with her. That's how blinded I was and unaware I was that I had literally no self love, none whatsoever. Low self esteem. I mean, you name it that I was lacking. It was probably that. And that's probably why I tried to stay with her, even though everybody around me and everybody in my life, family, friends, told me, like, it's not worth it. She hurt you. She literally, uh, what is it called? She ruined the marriage because she cheated on you. And not only did she cheat on you, she ended up getting pregnant and leaving you for that guy. But one of the biggest things that, looking back on everything I've gone through with her, it's not my fault. I was the betrayed party. I didn't cause her to cheat. But in the way I see it, there's certain things that I could have done better that could have probably prevented it regardless. I mean, one of the things I've researched is, like, why do people cheat in a relationship in general? Just what's the, like, I wanted to know what's Google's answer for why do people cheat in a relationship? Cheat on somebody they love. And apparently there was a study of 495 people that revealed 8 key reasons on why people cheat: anger, low self-esteem, lack of love, low commitment, need for variety, neglect, sexual desire, and apparently circumstances. And of course, if you continue reading the Google answer, it also says it's important to understand that these reasons arise within the cheater and are not the responsibility of the betrayed party. And honestly, I can agree that any reasoning on why somebody cheats and why somebody cheated, or hell, maybe you've cheated in the past and maybe this answers why you cheated. Out of those 8 key reasons, there's probably more reasons, of course, because I mean, they only did 495 people, right? There's probably something something was missing in the relationship that you went to go find. The majority of people that cheat that I've seen, it's not just a sexual desire, because if you're sexually active and you are desiring something, you can get it from your partner. And if you think you can't, you're sorely mistaken, because all you have to do is ask. And for the most part, every single person in the world, regardless of if you're just dating, boyfriend and girlfriend, if you're married, everybody has sexual desires. Everybody has some type of kink about them, something they truly love about sex, or something they desire, or whatever the case. We all have it. But I think one of the biggest things that isn't even listed out of the 8 key reasons on why people cheat, one of the biggest things I believe for people cheating in general is the poor communication in the relationship. And that's not just coming from one party. I'm not talking about the cheater sucks at communicating. That comes from both parties. The cheater and the one being cheated on, both parties are terrible at communication, and it led to cheating because no one wanted to speak up. No one wanted to ask questions. No one wanted to tell the truth to each other. No one wanted to stand up for each other. There's so many different things that can go along with communication, but in general, it's just a lack of communication. And I can only give you examples from my marriage, my relationship with my ex-wife. We, in the beginning, when we were just dating, boyfriend and girlfriend, we were learning everything about each other. Communication was terrible. She was trying to learn everything about me. I was trying to learn everything about her. It was, just like any other person dating in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, you're learning to get to know them. Now, me and her made the mistake by rushing into something that should have never been rushed into, which was moving in together. We moved in like I want to say a week after we started dating. Moved in together a week after we started dating. Worst decision that could have been made. At the time, we thought it was the smartest decision, but looking back, it wasn't a good idea. Excuse me. I mean, I didn't know her. She didn't know me. And it put a strain on our relationship for sure, because we were on and off for 3 years. Yeah, roughly 3 years we were on and off. She had her own issues and mental health issues and personal issues that I knew nothing about. She never really told me about the majority of what she was dealing with. But in return, I didn't tell her what I was dealing with. The most she saw for me is what I allowed her to see, and it's vice versa. She only let me see certain things that she wanted me to see that she was dealing with, and it was a rough 3 years. But then we ended up getting married after being on and off and literally learning the ins and outs of who we are and how we act around each other and don't act around each other and blah, blah, blah. And for the first year, it was great. We were communicating, we were helping each other, we were working things out, we were being adults and actually pushing the relationship in what we thought was the right way. And of course, we were recovering from COVID. So that also was a motivational thing for us. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know when it happened. It could have happened within that same year. I thought it was good. One of us stopped communicating. I can't tell you who stopped automatically because I don't know. But one of us stopped communicating with each other, which led to the other person not communicating as well. And then it got to the point where there was literally no communication. Nobody told the truth to each other. No one voiced their opinions to each other. No one said, hey, those little things. No one's like, hey, I want to spend time with you. Can you get off your video game? Or can you get off your phone? Or can you, get off of social media? Or can you stop coloring your coloring books? Or stop whatever it may have been. No one really tried to spend time with each other. And then whenever it was a realization for either one of us at some point in time, I was like, oh shit, we're not really doing this. We're not really doing that. The one of us would try, but because we were so ignorant and we just lacked true communication at that point, the other person would see the trying as, oh, you're just being annoying now. You're just being annoying. You're literally just playing with me. You're like how most people would probably say today, you're just trolling me. Like, this isn't real. This isn't what you really don't want this. You're just doing this so, out of pity or some bullshit. And because we literally at whatever point that was where we stopped communicating, I do believe that's where the ideas and the temptations and the lack of love and the low commitment, low self-esteem, the neglect on my part, the neglect on her part, the curiosity, that's what really developed into her cheating. And don't get me wrong, I had so many I had so many thoughts in my head of myself possibly ending up doing the same thing and cheating on her. But the thing that kept me from cheating on her was the fact that I was always the one staying home. I was the one who was a stay-at-home husband, basically. And I was the only one who can literally, because we lived in a hotel and on the third floor, I was the only one who could take the dogs outside to go potty, because sad to say, these two dogs that I still currently have to this day, Stella and Athena, they are very strong. And my ex did not have the strength to walk them. Now, these girls aren't really trained that well. So they yank on the leash, they pull on the leash, and they could basically drag her across down. They could drag her down the stairs, across the freaking house. Like, she didn't have the strength and anything like that to hold them back to where, you know, they weren't pulling and dragging you across the damn hallway or something. So I was the one always taking them outside. Always. I'm the one that took them potty. The only time she took them potty was she took Athena out, and only Athena out by herself. Because Stella is the main one who pees and poops on pee pads if necessary. Athena doesn't do that anymore. I don't know why. Something must have happened back in the day whenever me and during the time that me and the ex were on and off. So I as much as I could have and possibly wanted to at that moment in time cheat on my ex-wife, I never could. I never did, because my concern was I got to take care of these dogs. I got to take care of the house, and I was dealing with my own shit, which was my PTSD, my depression, my anxiety. I was dealing with my own mental health. Now, cheating, I think cheating is a representation of somebody going through depression and anxiety, though. Like, that's how I see it. Like, when you really ask yourself, what's the purpose of cheating? What's the purpose? Not why do people cheat, not what's the reasoning behind the people cheat, but what's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of you cheating on me or me cheating on you? There is none, honestly. Everybody can come up with different types of reasoning on why people cheat, or why their ex cheated on them, or why their mom cheated on their dad, or dad cheated on their mom, or whatever the case. Anybody can come up with any type of reasoning behind it. But you won't really, but no one, not even the person who cheats, can really tell you why they cheated. They'll always just say something. It was the lack of something. You didn't do this. I wasn't getting this from you. There's always something, but there was never an actual reason. And it sucks because the person who got betrayed questions every single thing that they've gone through in their relationship. Does she really love me? Does he really love me? Why did we get married? You know, they just question everything and completely start doubting everything. And it's rough and it's hard. And for me, it destroyed me when my ex cheated. It did. I said it before in the first video, I believe. I wanted to wave the white flag. I wanted to end it all. I wanted to let it all go, and it would be painless. I wouldn't feel it anymore. But in reality, by taking that method and thinking that way, all I was doing was hurting myself, and then at the same time hurting those people around me. If I would have taken that route, oh yeah, the pain would have been gone. Yeah, of course. I would have never thought about it again because I wouldn't be here. But everybody else around me, my family, my friends, the people that know me, I would have hurt them. I would have literally taken myself away out of being, because I was selfish, rather than really thinking like, there are people that still need me here. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you believe in. But God has a plan, man. It's one of the craziest sayings that I've always heard. God has a plan. And I've always asked the question. I've always questioned. Actually, that's how I should phrase it. I always question, what in the hell is God's plan? And it wasn't until 3 months ago, maybe. I can't really give you a time frame, but it was this year. And it was after all the BS I overcame when dealing with the fact that I was having to get a divorce and everything I dealt with my ex. But I learned something. It is okay to not know God's plan, because you won't know it. You'll never know God's plan. You won't know if your decisions are exactly what God wants you to do. Not fully. And you can always trick yourself, and you got to be careful about this. You can always trick yourself into believing, oh, God told me to do this. I've actually heard people say the reason why they cheated is God told me to do it because I wasn't getting what I was supposed to be getting from this, and I deserve better. Stop lying to yourself. Stop trying to understand the things that can never be understood. We're not put on this earth to try to understand everything. There's things about the human body we don't know, about the human brain that we don't know. There's things about life on earth that we don't know. But us as human beings, we have to understand it. If we don't understand it, it's not real. If we can't prove it by science, it's not real. If we can't see it, it's not real. If we ignore it, it's not real. There's people out there right now, and you might be watching this or listening to this, that you know your partner, your significant other is cheating on you, but you ignore it. You've seen the signs. You may have not physically caught them. You may not have seen them in action of them cheating, but something deep down is telling you that they're cheating because they're completely different from when you started the relationship with them or started the marriage with them to now. They're not the same person. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody does change, but they change for the better of the relationship, not for the worse. If your relationship's getting worse, in my opinion, something's not right. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying that your partner's cheating on you. I'm saying something is wrong. And it may be early enough to where you catch it before anything stupid happens. Before that individual or yourself makes the worst mistake of their lives and ends up cheating on a person that you've claimed for God knows how long that you're in love with. I would give anything to have my ex-wife back. I would give anything to not be cheated on. I would give anything not to be hurt, not to be emotionally damaged from my wife, somebody I vowed to stay with through thick and thin until the day I die. That I have, I would give anything to have her back. Because that's the old mentality of you can't do anything without them. You love them so much that you will sacrifice everything and everyone around you for that one person. Well, I had to convince myself and tell myself and actually get proven by God putting me where I am now, to where I finally realized I may love this woman so much, may love my ex so much. She was never meant to be my wife. Most of y'all may think that's crazy for me to say now. Oh, you're just saying that and blah, blah, blah. You're not really meaning that. No, I am. I'm sorry. But I'm being truthful, being honest. I have nothing to hide from you. You guys are probably the one type of people who listen and then give an opinion. because it's hard nowadays for people to do that. And even though she cheated, I loved her so much. And yet she wasn't supposed to be my wife. God didn't give me her. God didn't say, yes, you're marrying this woman. I did that. I chose that. And how I know that? Well, let's put it this way. During the first 3 years of my relationship with her, I did propose for one, and after the first year, I did propose to her. Then she left me. Then she came back, then she left again, and then she came back and we got back together for another 2 years. I didn't propose to her again. And she tried to go into the Navy. And she made it in, but then because of medical issues, she had to be put out of the Navy. But we got married in a courthouse. I didn't propose again. Didn't propose at all. We didn't have a ceremony. Nothing. Court wedding. We may have loved each other, but we did it out of the fact that she was trying to join the military. And it would have been more beneficial for her to be in the military, married, for us to be married than for us to just be dating. We didn't get married for love, man. We got married out of circumstance because we didn't want to be single and we had nothing. That's the sad realization that I came to a while back. Like, I didn't get married for love. I got married for circumstance because I didn't want to be single anymore. I didn't want to freaking go through the dating pool, go through the times of getting rejected and getting cheated on possibly, and all the other bad things that can happen in boyfriend and girlfriend statuses. I never thought I'd be cheated on. Not while I was married. Figured I'd love this woman. She loves me. Whatever we go through, we'll figure it out. We'll fix it. We'll make it work. We'll do this. We'll do that. And we'll stay together no matter what. And yet everything that we said to each other through those vows in the courtroom with the judge, I think it was a judge, whoever freaking did the thing. And then everything we said after the wedding over the next 2 years, it all ended up crashing down, and it was all BS from both of our standpoints. It was all BS. I still love her. I will always love my ex-wife. That will never change because she was basically the first person I ever married and the first person I can truly say I thought I was in love with. But I'll never take her back. You cheated on me. Hell, anybody that cheats on anybody, you should never take them back. Now, don't get me wrong. No one can ever use that statement, once a cheater, always a cheater. Because if that was the case, the majority of people who have cheated in their lives would be single and they would literally never find anybody. Because it would be like they're wearing a t-shirt, I'm a cheater from this time to this time, and they may have never cheated again after that point. But you can't use that phrase, always once a cheater, always a cheater. You can't. It's just not going to work. And I primarily say that is because a man or a woman will change, but they will only change for one person. One specific person. This goes both ways for men and women. A man will only truly change the way they are for one specific woman. The one woman. And a woman will only change for the one man that they're supposed to be with. And as much as people won't admit it, God is the one who tells you who you're supposed to be with. But what most people think and don't understand is God, there's a video on TikTok that's going around that I don't even know who the original author of it, but it's a woman who basically says, stop thinking, like, I think she was mainly speaking towards women, but she was basically saying women need to stop thinking that God is preparing a man for you. Because and she used the Bible to prove her point in saying that God made Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. Let me say that again. God made Eve, the female, for Adam, the male, not Adam for Eve. Which means if you're a woman, you are the one being prepared for your future husband. Not boyfriend, husband. Your future one and only. You are being prepared for them. The man is not being prepared for any woman. They may be going through all types of stuff. They may be dealing with mental health, financial issues, living situation issues, whatever the case may be. The man is being prepared for the future. He's not being prepared for the woman. He will, by the time he finds that one specific woman who's been prepared for him by God, he will be exactly what he's supposed to be. Now, I'm not saying that this man that is going to end up finding you women is not a cheater. He's going to have money. He's going to have a house. He's going to have a car. No, God's not going to do that. I know it'd be great. It'd be perfect if that's how everything worked. But that's not what's going to happen. God's going to bring that man to you. He could be a cheater, or I should say, let me rephrase that. He could be a former cheater, meaning he's cheated in the past on other individuals. He could be homeless, like me. He could be unemployed. He could be in any type of thing, in any type of way. But he will never be perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. Hell, the only perfect person in the world that has ever set foot on this earth was Jesus Christ, which is basically God, or in most people's actual pronunciation, Yahweh or Yahshua, I think it was. Don't come after me. I may have mispronounced that name completely. But when God says it's time, he will bring that man to you, ladies. And he will say, hey, he will literally tell the guy, that's the one. In some way, shape, or form, the guy will figure it out if his ears are open to God. But with the way things are in this day and age, most of us, we don't listen to God anymore. We think we do, but we don't. And when we don't listen to God and we don't have a foundation of God in our relationships, what ends up happening? Abuse of any type of nature, physical, sexual, mental, cheating. And on all scales, pain, suffering, struggle, mental trauma from the relationship because of those things that person may have done to you or may have done during the relationship. That's what happens normally. So if you're dealing with someone who's consistently cheating on you, but you don't want to leave them, or you don't know that they're cheating on you, or you're in doubt. Well, not doubt. Is it doubt? I think it's, yeah, you're in doubt. I'm hoping that's the right way to say that. I have no idea. But like, you just don't believe that he's cheating on you, even though everybody else has been telling you he's cheating on you. He's doing this, he's doing that, or she's doing this, she's doing that. I saw this, I saw that. Oh, denial. And you're in denial. Find out the truth. If you literally have a weird feeling that something is awry in your relationship, find out the truth. Because I wish I did. I wish I had seen the signs. I wish I had seen the red flags, I guess how people would put it. I wish I would have seen my own mistakes that possibly were the reasons that led to what happened in my relationship. But look at the signs. But don't assume by any means. I'm not telling you to assume, oh my God, they're cheating. Oh my God, oh my God. No. Speak to your partner, talk to them. If you have the actual true loyalty and trust of your partner, whether you're a man or woman, nothing should be hidden. Everything should be on the table. Everything. Emotions. Okay. Locations, text messages, social medias, DMs, everything you can think of should be open and visible for both parties. And this is not just going down a one-way street to where you go up to your partner and say, I need to see everything you got to make sure that you're not cheating. No, it shouldn't even be like that. You shouldn't even have to ask. But in reality, sometimes you have to, because we're not mind readers. No one is a mind reader here. And there should be nothing hidden in your relationship. If your man or your woman won't let you see text messages, won't let you see DMs of their social medias, whether it's Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, Clapper, whatever other social medias are out there. Like if they're consistently, oh, I'm deleting my messages, or like if it's like seems like they're trying to hide, or they just don't want to show you, it's like, oh, I don't have to show you that. Like if they get all your attitude, something's going on. If they're not openly being like, oh yeah, here's my phone, oh yeah, here's my messages, here's my social media, here's my this, here's my that. If they won't let you see that without putting up a fight, and they say, oh, stop being so insecure. No, technically, you're the one being insecure because you're the one doing something you're not supposed to, and you're trying to hide it. And because they're doing this out of randomness, you didn't get rid of the evidence, and there's evidence on your phone that can incriminate you to the point of they will leave you. So you try to defend yourself by attacking that person, trying to check on you to make sure you're still being loyal. There's nothing wrong with being checked on. And at any point in a relationship, the way I've come to realize it shouldn't be a second thought. You should, 100%, you should trust your partner. You should always be loyal to your partner. But you should always respect your partner. But you have to earn that. Until you're married, you have to earn that respect, that loyalty, and that trust. It cannot just be given to you just because we're dating. Oh, you're having sex with me. I'm going to give you everything. I'm giving you my resources, my loyalty, my trust, my heart, my this, my that. No, it doesn't work that way. For man or woman, you have to earn that. And you earn that by proving that you can be loyal. Without, if you have dating apps and you're talking and you're dating and you're in a relationship, delete the dating apps. If you know that you have a lot of DMs of people hitting on you, or trying to take you out on dates, or trying to have sex with you, or whatever the case may be, whether you're man or woman, put on your profile for every single social media, taken in a relationship, put the person's name. Always talk about your boyfriend, always talk about your girlfriend, always put out there, I am taken in some way, shape, or form. Be loyal. Stay loyal. There's too many people out here fucking posting on, all these social media websites, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, to where a guy's asking girls questions out on the street, and it's like, hey, would you cheat? Is there a price that you would cheat on your partner for? And these are guys asking women this, and they would say, and they were like, yeah. Oh, what's the secret you never told your ex? Oh, I never liked him. Oh, I cheated on him. I cheated on him with his best friend. I have never seen actual men asking men that, and there might be videos out there that I haven't seen, and that's very possible. And I'm not saying all women are cheating, and I'm not saying all women are cheaters, but I am saying that in this day and age, in this generation, cheating has become, and it's sad to say, a normal thing for a lot of people in this day and age. Oh, why'd you cheat? Because I wanted to. Literally, the highest answer you can get from people. Why'd you cheat on your ex? Because I wanted to. Why'd you cheat on your ex? Oh, he wasn't having sex with me correctly. Why'd you cheat on your ex? He ended up losing his job and becoming broke. You know? And why'd you cheat on your ex? Oh, she got fat. Why'd you cheat on your ex? She stopped doing the things I liked about her. It goes both ways. Men and women both. We cheat because we're idiots. We cheat because we have issues with ourselves. We don't cheat on a partner because it's that partner's fault. No. If you cheat on your partner, you're cheating on them because something's wrong with you and you need to fix it. It's not your partner's fault. You betrayed your partner because you're the one that cheated. They didn't force you to cheat. They didn't tell you to go cheat. They didn't make you cheat. You chose it. In the end, no matter how we discuss this, no matter what I say, no matter what my opinion is, if you are the one cheating, you chose to do it. Therefore, you have something wrong with you that makes you unable to commit to a partner. And more than likely, the communication for you to be able to communicate to your partner on what you feel is lacking in the relationship, that's putting those temptation thoughts in your head for cheating, you lack that communication. I don't get it. I've never cheated on any partner in my life. Those temptations and thoughts have been there, but I've never cheated. I've never gone through with it. But the fact that they were there is also a method, in my opinion, of cheating. The fact that I thought about it means that there's something wrong with me and I need to communicate that, but I never do. And I never did. That's why now, after all these years, I mean, after being married and being cheated on and dealing with BS from this past relationship, I'm doing things differently. I do believe it would probably work for a lot of you out there if you're trying to recover from a bad relationship of somebody who's cheated on you or abused you or whatever the case may be. Because cheating, in my opinion, is a form of abuse because it is emotional abuse / mental abuse. You may not be physically doing anything to the individual, but you cheated. You caused pain to the to your partner who you cheated on purpose. You knew what you were doing. You knew what it would do the moment they found out. You did it. You caused that pain. You caused that suffering. So one of the things that I believe, if you're dealing with that, like the aftermath of finding out that you were cheated on, don't have sex with anybody. It may be very tempting and you may think, oh, I just need to settle my craving or have sex with all these people to forget about it. No. Don't have sex with anybody. Become, what do they call it? Celibate. Become celibate for a while. In reality, don't have sex with random people. Don't have one night stands. Don't go out drinking because you're depressed and you have anxiety because of your partner cheated on you. Don't go do drugs. Don't do any of that stupid crap, man. Come on. Put your mind somewhere where it needs to be. Put your mind somewhere and focus on something. That makes sense. That didn't make sense to me. Focus your mind on something. Find outlets. Go hiking on a regular basis. Go to the gym. Go on runs, go on walks. If you have animals, play with your animals. If you have hobbies, man, go do your hobbies on a regular basis. Don't don't go out drinking. Don't go do drugs to try to fill a void, the void that's in your that you feel inside of you because of what you just found out. Whether it's your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner or your wife or your husband that cheated on you, and you just found out about it, or you've been trying to deal with it for the last couple months or years or whatever the case may be. Don't drink. Don't think drinking or drugs or um, sex is going to fix or change anything. That's like it's like you trying to put a dam up on a waterfall. You're trying to stop the pain. You're trying to stop the flow of all of that suffering. So you try to block it with drugs, block it with sex, block it with alcohol. But it always comes back. And comes back stronger than ever. And I can firsthand say it's terrible. It's also what can lead to that those feelings, those emotions that turn into depression, anxiety, that turn from just a standardized depression and anxiety to an extreme version and variant of your depression anxiety, to the point to where you're over here wanting to off yourself and do this and do that and just wave the white flag and say, I'm done. I don't care. I'm done. Don't do that. You want to overcome the emotions and the feelings and the pain and the suffering of being cheated on and losing somebody you love, that you thought you loved, that you thought loved you back. Face it head on. Like what I had to do, what I forced myself to do after 4 months of regretting absolutely nothing. Literally, I blamed myself for everything that happened in my relationship. Wasn't even my fault, but I blamed myself. I took blame. I took the regret. I took the guilt. And yet, it was my ex who did it all. But face it head on. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care how old you are. Doesn't matter how old you are. You can be cheated on at any age. The moment you start dating is the moment you can be cheated on. So I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you believe in. Face the issue head on. Face your emotions head on. Face the pain. Face the struggle head on. Doesn't matter where it leads you. Don't worry about the end point. Don't worry about how you're going to reach that end point to where you're going to get past this dark ass tunnel. Just know that you're not in the darkness alone. Man, I wish I would have known that sooner. But you're not alone in the darkness. God's always with you. Even if you don't believe in God, He's always with you. He loves you. He's waiting for you. He's being the light that you need in this dark ass tunnel, and you may not even realize it. I'm not here to force my beliefs on you. But it's not gonna stop me from speaking my beliefs. So yeah, you're not alone. I said this in my first episode, which was really just an introductory. I mean, I have a Discord. A Discord community that will be in the description of this video. Come over. If you need to reach me, join the Discord. I don't give a damn if you ever speak in the Discord. I don't care if you ever join voice channels. I don't care if you don't even play games. If you just need to reach out to me directly through a message, join the Discord so you can message me. That's the easiest way to talk to me. Comment on this video. If you need to message me, comment on this video for my Discord name. I will put it in the comments. Hell, I'll put my Discord name in the description to make it even easier. DM me on Discord. Follow my other social medias. DM me on those social medias. Let me know, hey, I really just need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to talk to. You need somebody to listen to you. If you are going through this pain that I've gone through, this horrible pain, and even if you went through it years ago, or it's just super fresh, and you want to just discuss and talk, I'm always down for that. Being cheated on and then sitting there and pondering, why the hell did I get cheated on? Why did they cheat? And I say they primarily because you could be the wife cheating on your husband, or the husband cheating on your wife, or the boyfriend cheating on your girlfriend, or the girlfriend cheating on your boyfriend, or the boyfriend cheating on the boyfriend, or the girlfriend cheating on the girlfriend. It could go so many different ways of who you are and who is the one being betrayed and who's doing the betraying. If you've cheated in your past and now you are feeling the effects of what you did to somebody because your partner did it to you, and you need somebody to talk to me. Hit me up. I may not be a saint, I guess. I'm not perfect, of course. But I'm always here to listen, because you never know. You never know who might end up helping you. You never know who might end up telling you something, or explaining something, or revealing something to you that you didn't see or didn't know. Because everybody has a different point of view. Everybody sees things in a different manner. And when it comes to cheating itself, yes, it's terrible. It hurts. It's painful if you're the one being betrayed. But sometimes you need to take a step back and look at it from a different angle. And if you can't do it, have somebody do it for you, to figure out how are you going to push through this and overcome this so you can move on and find the true person you're supposed to be with. And sadly, we'll never I said earlier in this episode of God's preparing, if you're a man, God's preparing a woman for you. And if you're a woman, God's preparing you for a man. Based on that TikTok video that I said that. But you're never gonna know if that's the man you're supposed to be prepared for. That's the woman that's being prepared for you. You won't know. There's no freaking, what is it? There's no billboard or TV commercial that says, "Hey, so and so's for you. Go find them. Go get them." It doesn't work that way. Through prayer and through faith. It's the only way you're really going to find out. And you won't ever know if they are the right one until you give them a chance, because they could be the ones being prepared for you for all you know. But if you don't give them a chance, you may have just lost that opportunity, and you'll never know. I hope I'm given a chance. I hope any person who's been betrayed before gets another chance with somebody that will truly love them for them. I really do hope that. I don't wish the emotions and the feelings that come with being cheated on and being truly hurt by somebody you thought you were in love with and that loved you back. I don't wish that on my worst enemy by any means. My ex, I don't wish her to deal with anything that me and her have dealt with in our past. And I do say past in terms of her cheating and everything like that, because it is my past now. I don't wish her to deal with that to where now she's the one getting hurt and her partner's the one doing the betraying on her, and she's now in my position where she's feeling it. I don't wish that on her by any means. She's still a wonderful woman. She made a mistake. Cheating is a mistake. And if you can realize that, you can change yourself to be better for the next partner, because you failed that other. The partner you betrayed. If you're the cheater, you betrayed them. You failed. You failed. Now it's time to get your ass up, better yourself, strengthen that discipline in your mind, because the next person you date is going to be another chance to redeem yourself and to prove that you're not just a piece of shit and a low life, man or woman, to the degree of you can prove to every other person around you that you can be loyal, that you can be trustworthy, that you can commit to a single person. Man, I'm still new at this whole podcasty type of content. So I do hope that speaking about this topic and the little rants that I went on in between helps somebody, reaches it. I hope it hits somebody. I hope you're listening. I hope you listen truly. I hope you like what I'm saying. If you agree, you don't agree, hey, speak your mind in the comments, man. I'm not going to delete comments. I don't care if you're a hater. I don't care if you're a troll. I don't care who you are. Unless you are literally just trying to advertise stupid crap in the comments, I'm not going to delete comments, man. Give me your opinion. Okay. Give me your opinion on why you think people cheat. Give me your opinion on what you think is considered cheating. Let me know in the comments. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I was going to plan on talking about it at a later date, but it just hit me. So we're, as much as I said, I'm going to be posting once a week for these podcasts, so I can really take the time and get my research down and get my facts down for different topics that I can do that for outside of just my own opinion. But this is something that really just hit me and really spoke to me that I should talk about. And I hope you enjoyed it. Now, I will say this. If you are like me and you're in the position like me to where you're trying to overcome this betrayal, excuse me, need to be hydrated, even though I know people are going to say that's not hydration. But anyways, I know that if you're in my position to where you're healing or you're trying to heal from being betrayed and being the one who got cheated on, and your relationship's over, your marriage is over, whatever the case may be, I want you to know something. Don't think that it's the end of the world, because it's not. It hurts. You feel like the other half of you is ripped away. You feel like a part of your soul is gone. You feel like you lost a piece of yourself or a piece of your heart. Now there's a void you feel like there's a void in your soul or something that needs to be filled. It may be painful. It may be very, very hard for God knows how long. It's different for every person. But just know you're going to overcome it. It's going to pass. At some point in time, it's going to pass. And the only advice I can really give to people who are dealing with being betrayed or being hurt or whatever type of thing you're struggling with is, in terms of like if you got hurt by, a partner and betrayed by a partner in any type of way. And it's one of the hardest things to do, but it is the best advice I can give you. And that is forgive them. But don't forgive them because they deserve it. Forgive them for you. And what I mean by that is you're not forgiving them because you think they deserve forgiveness, or that's the only, or like they want that forgiveness because they want to be back with you. No, you forgive them because you need to let go. It's like that, like how some adults when you're younger say you just need to forgive and forget. No, it's not really that you forget. Forgiveness does not mean you forget. You're forgiving the person that hurt you so you can move on and let go. I've realized something that has helped me overcome my depression and anxiety to a certain degree and overcome my procrastination and my nervousness about making content like this and making content in general. If you hang on to the regrets from your past, regardless of what they are, and it doesn't have to be about the topic we're talking about either. If you hang on to those things, you'll never be able to move on. So you're not forgiving the person who hurt you because they deserve it. You're forgiving that person who hurt you for yourself so you can move on and be stronger and be ready for the next individual who sweeps you off your feet. As for me, I've been rejected 6 times in the last 9 months from women that I was interested in after finding out that I was basically single now and finding out I was getting a divorce because my ex-wife cheated on me. I've been friend zoned and rejected. Yeah, friend zoned and rejected 6 times. But that's okay because the way I see it is the rejection isn't a bad thing. I wasn't ready for a relationship, but I sure as hell didn't give a shit and I tried anyways. But that rejection helped me learn I wasn't ready. And I can't say that I'm ready now, but I definitely would give it a shot if I found somebody. Hell, I haven't had sex in a while. Probably actually I haven't had sex in the last 4 months. But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying to be like me by any means. I really don't wish anybody to be like me. I want to be different from everybody. I want to be my own person. And you should want that too. But take it slow. There is no rush in finding a new person. There is no rush in finding that special one. There is no rush in healing. Take the time needed. Heal from your pain. Heal from what was inflicted upon you, not by your choice. Take time to yourself to learn self-love. And I say that wholeheartedly because you were put in, this is how I see being, like, if you were betrayed, this is how I see it, because being betrayed, being cheated on, or whatever the case may be, it may, those of us who have been betrayed, we may be hurt, but the person who did the betraying hurt themselves. And what I mean by that is that don't think that they got off scot-free just because they betrayed you and they look all happy. No, they're hurt. They're regretting their decision. They're regretting losing you. But there's a video on another video on TikTok, I should say, that really is what had me want to do this video today. That sparked the whole my brain kicking into overdrive and be like, hey, this is something we got to talk about, like, now, like, no waiting, and we're going to talk about it now, And it basically said, I can't remember word for word, so don't get me if you know what video I'm talking about on TikTok and if it's posted anywhere else. But it says, it was like saying that that person was put into your life to show you true love. And you were put into their life. Or it was like something like the person was put into your, let me see if I can't find it, but it was very, what's the right word to say it? Hold on. I hate this feeling. Nope, sorry. Apologies. Ah, there we go. I'll read it. So it's like you came into their life to show them the meaning of true love. but they came into your life to show you the meaning of self-love. Now that fits perfectly for what we're talking about, what we talked about through this whole podcast. You were put in their life to show them the meaning of true love. Well, we ended up getting hurt in the long run, didn't we? But that's because they were put into our life to show us the meaning of self-love. It's something very deep. And if you don't understand it, that's fine. Hell, I barely understand it. I barely understand the meaning behind that. But when you really think about it, we were the ones who got betrayed, right? We showed them all the love in the world, but we still got betrayed. But at least for me right now, because I feel like I've healed from that situation pretty strongly, and I'm still healing and developing myself. I've learned how to love myself from everything that I've just gone through this year, from my ex and the cheating, the fact I have to get a divorce, losing everything, living in my car, losing my home, having to give up my animals, literally not having a job, being broke. I literally damn near have nothing. And yet, because I have nothing, I've learned how to love myself more than I've ever done. Think about that, guys. If you're dealing with something right now, screw the topic we've been talking about this entire podcast, okay? Before we finish up, think about it. If you are going through some type of pain and struggle from a relationship itself, like they broke up with you, they never cheated on you, but they broke up with you and left you for somebody else, or they left you, it wasn't you, it's me, or whatever the reason they left you, you were put in their lives to show them the meaning of true love. And they were put into your life to show you the meaning of self-love. I love myself so much more now than my entire life before now. All right? Think about that. I love myself more than my entire life. Come on, man. It's because I learned so much about myself. I learned the bad about myself. I learned the good. I learned what I needed to work on, where I lacked. I learned it from my pain. That says a lot. I appreciate y'all guys stopping by for the podcast. I appreciate you guys stopping by for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps somebody. I hope it touches somebody. If you want to follow me on my other social medias, everything's going to be down in the description down below. If you want to support the channel, the PayPal and the CashApp are going to be down below as well. If you want to know what my story is, and go check out the first video of the podcast, me just introducing myself and what we're going to be talking about on the podcast and everything like that. I'm still learning. I'm still nervous as hell. So please don't come at me and say, oh, you didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. Look, I'm learning. I will accept all criticism and critiques and advice that anybody has to offer. And hopefully maybe y'all can help me reach my goal of 500 to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized here on YouTube. I hope you guys will share the podcast and future episodes with your family, your friends. And if you have any ideas, if you have any topics that you would like me to talk about and research and give you my opinion on, drop them in the comments, man. Come join the Quantum Misfit family, or Misfit Familia, I should say, community Discord. We haven't renamed it yet. We're still working on that because I really want a picture to go with the name before we do that. But it's down in the description down below too, man. We play video games here. I'll be streaming. I'll be trying to stream Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. probably for like 4 or 5 hours, so until 6 or 7 o'clock in the afternoon. And we'll be playing all types of games and hanging out and chatting. I hope you stop by here on YouTube during the stream, or if you prefer Kick, I'll be on Kick as well because I'll be trying to grow that platform as well. So go ahead and go over there and follow that if you can help me grow that grow over there. Um, if you haven't already, man, like, comment, like, and subscribe to the video. Hit that like button. It does help with the algorithm. Hit that notification bell so you can always know when I go live or post a video here on YouTube. And check out some of the other old videos I've done for gaming. I do plan on making more, making actual gaming videos, regardless if it's playthroughs, walkthroughs, reviews on certain games, giving my opinion on certain games, whatever the case may be. I hope you check it out. I hope you show your support. I don't expect you guys to use the PayPal and Cash App that's going to be in the description. It's just there if you feel like you want to help me out because of the situation I'm in. But I really would much more appreciate you guys just subscribing and liking and checking out the content I put out there. I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.